Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District. We've brought along some lady luck for the pregame show this evening. Owner, caretaker, Stacey Currie of the Ron McDonald stable joining us for the pregame show. Thanks for being with us, Stacey.
Thank you.
Right on. She'll have lots to offer up in part 2 of our pregame show. Let's go to our HBI play of the day. Actually, Stacey might have a little bit to offer up on this one. Number 5, Salisbrook Jessie, going out the second time for trainer Ron McDonald. A strong finish in her latest. Second start back off a long layoff. Finding a great spot today, hey, Stacey?
Yeah, way better post this week for her.
Right. I watched her last time out. She didn't show a lot of gate speed, and I was wondering, okay, is it going to come for this one? And, man, what a backside rush she had.
Yeah, she raced awesome and did everything that Brett asked her to do, so that everyone was very happy with her.
Right on. Looks like an easier spot for her today, too. Race 5, number 3, Salisbrook Jessie, the HBI play of the day for HBI Bet in Western Fair District. Alrighty, early pick 3 play. It's right up front in race number 1. I've gone deep in the first couple of legs. Nothing really jumping off the page in races 1 or 2. Over into race number 3. There's a couple of key scratches there. Take out the 2, Mighty Mouse. Take out the 3, Twin B, JJ. That leaves me with either 1, What Mocks Me Win, or the 6, Eat 'em Up, Cassandra. Going to use those same 2 to start up the early pick 4. Starting in race number 3, then we're on the inside 2 for the 4th. Went 4 deep in the 5th. We'll look to round it out with a 1, 2, and 3. Shadow Sioux was a large winner last time out. Coulter stays on for Hyatt there. Race 6 is the early high 5 opportunity. 7th race, the Lion Somewhere feature for Mac Lily Farms. Nothing jumping off the page in that top class pacing mares event. It's the all button for me to kick things off. Then we're 3 deep in the 8th. Then we're using Buttermilk Hanover, her Raceway debut in the 9th. She'll go up against the Joy Luck Club, both post 6 and 7, likely assigned to those 2. And over to race number 10, very tough to go against Sporty Tory, who's got 6 straight wins coming in. A second place finisher to her last time out was the 7, Keep Focused, another one to think about in the finale. We'll come back with a whole lot more shortly. If you've got comments or suggestions, send them along to the Gregs, Blanchard, or Gango. Myself, I'd love to hear from you. Again, Stacey Currie with the pregame show. We've got a whole lot more coming right up. Stick around.
HBIBet.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame show, everyone. We're watching race day at the Raceway. It's half-mile harness racing action in London, Ontario. Our guest is owner / caretaker Stacey Currie of the Ron McDonald stable. Ron McDonald's been doing good things on this race meet. Number 3 for training victories. And Brett McDonald, your partner in crime, one of our top 10 in driving wins here in 2019. Just tell us about the operation. It's a good time here in London for you, say?
Yeah, we have a really good program at home, and it's just Ron, Brett, myself, and my mom. So we're all really close, and Ron is a great man to work with. I mean, the mood, the atmosphere is great every day, and the horses are very well looked after by everybody.
Right on. Ron starts a couple of tonight. We'll see them in races 5 and 10. The wagering menu for this evening, low 15% take. We've updated this now to reflect the payouts from April, and you can still see the high 5 is over $1,000 still. The average 20-cent payout on the high 5. This is after April. We updated these on the day off yesterday. It was a little strange, no racing here on Monday. But we are back for a Survivor Tuesday. The go-to wagers this evening, they are the pick 3 play right up front, pick 4 start up in races 3 and 7, and the high 5s in 6 and 10. Recent 20-cent payouts. The Mother's Day finale, we had a high 5 here, returning over $1,800. He's got swagger, won our top class event, topped that high 5 as an 8-5 second choice. high fives as well for 1,700 and over 2,000 on May 1st. There's even been a pick 4 and a superfecta returning over $1,000 on a 20-cent play. So again, caretaker, and you own one or two. Well, we do know own that Dapple Apple, who's been doing really good here. You've been involved with the harness horses for how long, Stacey?
My entire life. I was born right into it with both parents.
Born in the barn.
Yes.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Both parents in the business, so
okay.
It's been my life.
Right on. And so involved your whole life. Favorite horse ever?
The favorite horse I've ever, I guess, had the chance of looking after and racing with was Armborough Obliging.
And I remember that horse. It's a while ago.
Yeah,
it's
it was a long time ago. Yeah.
I thought of him as maybe the closing type. We mentioned Warhorse.
Yes,
in the
just
claiming
race
ranks.
Tough, yes.
Yeah, over
barn
Woodbine.
to barn, and
yeah, Armborough Obliging, definitely one that a lot of our folks would likely remember. You worked closely with him for a while. Then.
Yes, yeah, he taught me a lot. Yeah.
Okay. A typical day for you. I know today's got to be a long one. What time do you get up and going for a race day?
Between 7:30 and 8, we like to, just late nights, and it's usually all day long until 2 or 3, and then
in the morning?
change in the afternoon.
Okay,
and then we change and come racing, whether it be here or Flamborough.
Okay.
And then get home. Here is a little bit later. We live farther away, but just started all over, and we work every Sunday, and
so you're up
nonstop.
7:30ish in the morning. You're probably going till after midnight.
Yeah.
You just go right after it the next day. Hey?
Yes.
That is busy, all right. Okay, so as mentioned, Ron McDonald, one of our top 3 trainers here. Brett McDonald, one of our top 10 in drivers. Let's talk about Arnold the Paperboy. Your barn had a lot of success with that one over the last few weeks. 4 straight victories. And I caught something on your social media, no longer with you. Arnold the Paperboy, tell us about it.
Yeah, so he was already entered into a sale in Ohio, so that was all the plan all along. So we got to race him the last month, and unfortunately had to send him off. We like them all, so it's always hard to say goodbye.
He went off on a high note, though, right?
Oh, yes, we were so ecstatic that he got to leave and go somewhere. Going into a sale, you always want to have good lines and good results.
So he was one of your favorites. One of my favorites, of course. I was saying to you before the show, the first thing I see about new horses is the horse's name. And when I saw Paperboy, instantly connects with me. I delivered newspapers as a kid for 7 years. So when I saw a horse named Arnold the Paperboy here and winning, he was one of my faves too. So likely won't see him for a while. He's been sold to maybe Ohio Interest or
somewhere
sold in Ohio
States.
to someone new. So he'll be south of the border. Dapple Apple, let's talk about her. This is one you co-own.
Yes, yeah.
55-time winner. You know what? Before we talk about her, let's bring up the replay from her last victory here. We're going to go back to April 24th, and she's in the claiming ranks, of course. She got a nice trip. This is her bread and butter kind of trip. A lot of her victories throughout her career have come from this 2-hole ride. Brett McDonald, Dapple Apple, turn it up. Now at 25-1, 128 and 4 for 3/4. Goldie's Big Girl, April Bandit, Dapple Apple, knifing through here with an 8 left to go. 3 across, heads apart to the mile. This is April Bandit, Dapple Apple. Brett McDonald rousing this one up for the late stretch drive. Dapple Apple, her 55th career win. April Bandit was second. Bye Bye Daddy third. Close for fourth at 159 flat. So again, that would be 55 career victories, and this is Dapple Apple coming back to a winner's circle where she will meet up with yourself as a co-owner and the caretaker of Dapple Apple. That's a bread and butter trip for her, right?
Yeah, she likes those kind of trips. Just stay buried in there and then come out at the end. She loves that.
So Dapple Apple, of course, we'll see her again here soon. Tomorrow, Team McDonald's going to send out a couple of starters in Little Quick and a new one to the barn, Senior Beach Babe. Maybe touch on those for tomorrow quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Little Quick, he's always, as Brett says, never disappoints us. He always comes out and tries his hardest. Senior Beach Babe, Brett was really happy with her last week, and so was Ron. I mean, you never know what to expect. You do all you can for them, but really it's up to them at the end. And Ron was really happy with the race, and Brett loved her, just driving her, and was really happy.
So we're just touching on Senior Beach Babe, who you will see for Team McDonald tomorrow. She draws the rail. We've seen her here before race against some top-class mares. She could be good to go. Second time for the McDonald team there tomorrow. Okay, so with this being Survivor Tuesday, our horse players want to know. And maybe you can provide some lady luck for them today.
Okay, I'll try.
Let's go back to race number 1 then. In this first race, we've got the claiming mares on the pace, field of 6. What do you think?
So I chose number 4, Saintsbury Lass. You know, Danielle Neal is an excellent trainer and has an excellent record here, and Mark St. Louis, they're a great team together. But I liked that her first start here for them, she went out and won in a class above this one. So
right.
I feel that last week at Flamborough, she raced good because she hadn't raced the week before, and that was a class up. So.
Okay, so that's an easier spot for that one then. Over into race number 2, speed threat here in Miss Brandy Kay.
Yeah, I really liked her only because she's dropping down. She hasn't seen this class in a long time on the program.
Sure thing.
David O'Brien's an excellent trainer.
Right on. Over in the third race, a reduced field of 4 now. The 2 and 3 come out, and of course you got to back your beau, Brett McDonald, on 6.
That was a new drive for him last week, and he did excellent. Really got along with her.
She did race really good. Over into race number 4 then, you went inside. The second place finisher last time out, Sweet Western.
Yeah, I like that she's fresh off of her winter break, so I thought that was a really good start of the year for 2019.
You know what? Second start back off the layoff, it's an excellent betting
I like
angle,
that,
right?
yeah.
Over into race number 5 then, one that your barn will start. Salzburg Jessie with a huge finish last time out. Maybe just touch on her briefly again.
You know, like I said last week, she's new to us, so you never know what to expect. You drive her conservatively, see what you think, and really happy with her and better post this week.
Right on. Expect more from 3, Salzburg Jessie there in the 5th. Over into race number 6, it's the high 5 opportunity. Got a newcomer here in number 3, Significance. I don't know much about it. How about you?
I know Andrew McCabe does well. They're really well looked after. I mean, he had a 3rd in the elimination to the Confederation Cup.
Sure.
And I thought that her qualifier and last 2 starts looked really good.
You know what? She's currently unbeaten. She'll try to make it 3 for 3 in race number 6 today. 7th race to start up our late pick 4. I thought this one was wide open, but you know what? Where are you going in here?
I liked number 3, Ride Away Shark. I mean, she's always competitive in these classes. Scott McNiven does very well here.
That's
and
actually,
a good post. I liked that.
Yeah, and she does drop down a notch, moving from preferred 2 to preferred 3, so it does get a little easier for her. Why not try my namesake in race 8, hey?
I like that new first start for Jack.
Right.
And Jack is, you know, really consistent trainer here.
Sure thing.
And I like that. I like the first start and obviously the new driver, you know, with
the Rays,
Scott,
Team Ray. They've been pretty good on the race meet here. So Long Sugar goes out for them in the 8th, 9th race, and you got to back your bow again, right?
Yes, I really like War Philly. I mean, Brett absolutely gets along with her. They always say that, and you know, coming to London right from Flamborough, but she gets around Flamborough, loves Flamborough. She's been sharp there. She's
very good on the lead, right?
She loves the front, and I like, you know, that she's inside, you know, 2 of the better horses that got
Buttermilk
the outside.
Hanover, the Doyle Club, they're obviously some factors in there. But you know what? If War Philly, if she can get off the car in there, she's got a great shot for Brett.
Yeah.
10th and final, Salzburg Beauty, another one that will make the second start for the Ron McDonald barn. A little on this one?
Last week, I just didn't think that it was her race, and I think that I like her on the inside. Sporty Tory is an excellent horse, you know. The main competition, but doesn't show a lot of gate speed, so I'm hoping that we can get in a better spot with Beauty.
Right on. Well, that sounds good. You did a wonderful job here, Stacey, and maybe a few shout-outs?
Yeah, I would just like to say hi to the whole barn. Ron, Brett, and my mom, Diane, works for us, and we appreciate everything she does, and it'd be hard to survive without her most days. Right on. Well, you know what? We appreciate you coming on board for the pregame show and setting up today's action. Great job. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in, Stacey. Alrighty, Stacey Currie, owner, caretaker out of the Ron McDonald barn. They'll start in races 5 and 10 with a couple of Salzburg horses from, well, originally from the Maritimes, right? Alrighty, so let's go back and do some recapping now. So pick 3 and pick 4 playing. Back to the opener. We're 4 deep in the first and second race. Over to race 3, a reduced field now of 4, and that has us going to the 1 and 6. Maybe use the 1 and 6 to start up tonight's early pick 4 as well. There you see, we're 2 by 2.
4 of them being used in the 5th. And if we get over to race number 6, we need you Ollie Girl Blue Chip. Just toss her latest. She had a ton of horse. Just couldn't stay on stride there. She was fighting Scott Young all the way around that final turn. Race 7 starts up a late pick 4. It's an all button for me to kick things off. Then we're 3 deep. And then we'll look to finish it off in race number 10. Sporty Tory will be trying for 7 in a row. Keep focused. Maybe an outside chance in there, and maybe a rail advantage for the 1 Salisbrook Beauty could help that one's efforts there in the race 10, the finale. Cameraman Trev, standing by. What do you got for us, Trev? Race 3, number 1. Alrighty, it gets easier for you, pal. Watt Mocks Me Win gets that rail advantage. I do know she's much better when on or near the lead. Scott Ray gets along fine with her trainer, Jim Watt. It gets easier for this one today with the scratches of 2 and 3. Cameraman's Play, number 1, Watt Mocks Me Win. It's another edition of Survivor Tuesday. Stacey has got you all set for Survivor Tuesday now if you're tuned in to her Lady Luck picks. We are set to go very soon. Closing boards. All you need is on our website, westernfairdistrict.com/raceway. We offer pre-programmed selections, video replays, and more. Best of luck when playing the Raceway tonight. We're underway at 6:15 Eastern.